Yes, welcome to another Tunes and a Talk for Real People. This time it's an outdoor broadcast. Enjoying the beautiful sunshine shining through the day. So while the politicians and the political leaders at play, we're just gonna enjoy some musical with no delay. Yeah. Life goes on, life is grand, life is nice, no doubt. Yeah. Into the show, we got Nickie's toolkit as always. We got Tim Lennon doing his cover of Beat It. And introducing Anekywa Arts. So stay tuned, enjoy the vibes, and we move into the sounds of Towa Tai featuring Joan from Les Nubians and one call Funkin' for Jamaica.
Yo, man, Sorry T just came over from Japan. Oh, word, say word. Yo, word is born, yo. Well, guess who we brought up in this street? Yo, who we brought up in this street? Yo, man, he brought the funk master, yo. The funk man himself. Mr. Child Rock. Yo, man, you playing, right? Oh, you got that funk. Funk? What kind of funk you talking about? Yo, man, he got that funk. Brooklyn funk? Nah, man, he got that funk. Queens funk? Nah, man, he got that funk, man. The funk, no nigga back, no back, got that funk. Let's talk about that uptown funk. No, man, he got that funk. Bronx, L.I.S.I. down south, back then funk. That funk. Oh, man. Yo, that funk, yo, it's that funk, yo. I mean, you all need this funk, right? I mean, cause, yo, it's that good vibe funk, man. I mean, that funk that you need after you pull the long 9 to 5, and your girl is just giving you problems, the law and the whip, man. He just telling you gotta be out by the first, and the lights, they just about to go off, man. Yo, it's that funk, right? Funk.
Jamaica funk, that's what it is. Let it get into you. Come on along and groove. You know what I mean? Funkin' for Jamaica. Can you feel it? Let it get into you. Jamaica funk, that's what it is. Baby, let it get into you.
Snap, Jamaica funk, bring it back, 80 flashbacks, you love funk track. I can dig that finesse, sling rap, half, bless your whole paragraph, my pops his own Tom Brown wax. Funk cats for minutes and days back, funkin' up the area with the thick cloud. Words release me with brainchild, selection, collection of word perfection. I love funk jazz selections, truly destined for feeling good vibes. Funkin' for Jamaica with the chicken patty on the side, plus local bread, liven up the mental dead. Yo, this funk spread like a full-blown virus. How we teeth funk was overseas, we specialize with the funk, Jamaican funk,
Universel, spirituel fond, psychédélique groove. Les prières, j'aime sur tous les péchés. Funkin' for Jamaica. Ce soir la piste va brûler sur ce funky groove.
Yeah, that's the sound of Towa T, the great Japanese DJ producer, and that features Joan from Les Nubians. Yeah, man, funkin' for Jamaica. So as we keep it moving with the tunes, the sound frequencies, listen without prejudice.
Every day and night we are praying, hoping
Yes, that's the sound of cheek to cheek and total freedom, definitely. And I'm gonna move all the way across to Sicily and play some friends of mine track. Hypercosanici. The last time we crossed paths we met was in Las Palmas. Hope all is well with you all in this dire times, but you know what? Keep on keeping on with the music. So the sounds of Hypercosanici and one call Natera. Enjoy the sounds.
Vinemo tutti pari di una terra e ai te ritorniamo come uno sprizzo d'acqua chiara che scende ritto verso mare. Vinemo tutti pari di una terra e ai te ritorniamo come uno sprizzo d'acqua chiara che scende ritto verso mare. Vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari di una terra. Vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari di una terra. Vinemo tutti pari di una terra e ai te ritorniamo come uno sprizzo d'acqua chiara che scende ritto verso mare. Vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari di una terra. Vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari, vinemo tutti pari di una terra.
Yeah, the sounds of Hypercosanici and Natera all the way out of Sicily. So big up yourself, my friends, and keep the music going. Yeah, man. And right now I'm going to play two tracks from two individuals. Well, one's a group, one's an individual. And much respect to Lebo Mathosa. May her soul rest in peace. South African drama queen. Yeah, man. And I'm going to take something from Mafiki Zolo. So just going to do a little mix and enjoy the sound frequencies as always. You're in tune to your intercommunal sound service, Tunes and a Talk. Sounds of happiness, Lebo Mathosa. Beautiful sunshine, enjoy the vibes, people.
You're full of sweet surprises, happiness. You fill my heart, desire more, 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 and more.
Yes, yes. That's the sound of Mafiki Zolo. Yeah, man. I hope you're enjoying the vibes. And I'm going to take this time and introduce a very, very good friend of mine. I'm a very great friend of the family, all hailing from Jamaica from way back in the days. You know, I used to perform at the same location and all of that. So I'm no stranger. I'm actually part of the family, you could say. And before I even get into that, I want to say shout out to Ambo Kile. Yeah. Yes, and Sister Marcia, big up on herself and the entire family. So I'm going to introduce, to me, Asha. Yeah, but I'm gonna introduce Anekywa Arts, and that's Asha's creative aspect, or part of Asha's creative aspect. And we're gonna do an interview at some point in the future, very soon. So I'm not gonna get into too much detail. So I'm gonna let Asha do the speaking for herself, introduce her arts to you, and then at some point stay tuned for more to come from Anekywa Arts. So in the meantime, here's Asha.
Hi, welcome to my creative space. I'm Asha Campbell. Some of my students call me Mama Asha, and I'd just like to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about some of my passions. Growing up in Jamaica, I developed a great love for art, history, culture, and science. And those passions have developed into me becoming an artist, an art educator, and a homeschooler. Recently, I found a way to merge all those passions together in one cohesive, coherent, and vibrant system, and that is through my African art classes that I do online. So my classes are for 4 to 10-year-olds, and I keep it very, very interactive by means of stories, songs, poems, games, quizzes, and a whole host of creative ways of keeping the children interacting with myself, their classmates, and their creative work. Growing up, I was a very quiet, reserved child, and during that time, I noticed that sometimes I was actually forgotten in the classroom because of how quiet I was. So in my classes, I ensure that every student gets an equal amount of attention, an equal amount of support, and I find creative ways of boosting confidence within the classroom. As Marcus Garvey says, a people who don't know their history is like a tree without roots. So I ensure that we have history incorporated into our African art classes. Culture is also a very important topic, and I think it's very important for us to all have a rounded view of how different people live in different places in the world. Science is also something that I teach within my classes. I did go to university for the sciences. I studied environmental sciences, so that is also incorporated into my classes. There's something magical that happens when you express yourself creatively. You start to form a strong sense of personal identity, and I've witnessed that with myself and also with students that I've worked with. So now you have probably realized that taking African art classes with me is a very diverse and vibrant experience. In the next few frames, I'd like to share some of my students' work which they have created in the last few months. For more information and for bookings, you can visit my website at anekywa.com. To get to know me more and see my creative process, you can connect with me on Instagram at Anekywa, on Facebook on my Anekywa page, or You can email me using anekywa@icloud.com.
All right, so I hope you got some information there, and you can check the description for further information and getting in contact with Asha and Anekywa Arts. And if you want to do some online, then, get in touch, definitely. About two weeks ago, I did an interview with a young guy called Tim Lennon, and really got some great response, to be honest. Yeah, very, very, very great responses, and as such, I prompt him, because I'm sort of giving him a nudge, to keep him on his toes, so to speak. So this week, for his very first little performance, he's going to do a cover of Michael Jackson's Beat It, which is one of his favorite songs. So in his own, snippet and style, he'll be doing this cover. So enjoy. Tim.
I'm Tim Lennon, and welcome to Tunes and Talk. I'll be covering Beat It by Michael Jackson, and it was from the album Thriller in 1983.
Doesn't matter who's gonna go right, just beat it, just beat it. They're out to get you, but to leave while you can. Wanna see the blood, no being macho man. You wanna stay alive, better do what you can, so beat it, beat it. You have to show them that you're really not scared. It doesn't matter who's gonna go right, just beat it, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Showing how fucking strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's gonna go right, just beat it, just beat it.
So yeah, stay tuned, and there will be more to come from Tim Lennon. Yeah, so keep your eyes out. Watch this space, as they say. So I'm gonna take one more track before I get into Nickie's toolkit, and then two more tracks to close out the show. So in the meantime, enjoy.
takamirira nguva ichipo chekumirira hapana tikamirira ikapera chekumirira hapana ngomirira ndekumirira kumirira chekumirira hapana tongomirira kumirira ndekumirira chekumirira hapana together we can make a difference chekumirira hapana let's get together pray for the nation chekumirira hapana ngomirira tichitambura nobarara ngatiise musoro pamwe chete tichinamata hapana chekumirira hapana chekumirira tongomirira kumirira ndekumirira chekumirira hapana ngomirira ndekumirira kumirira chekumirira hapana takamirira nguva ichipo chekumirira hapana tikamirira ikapera chekumirira hapana zvabudamunamato nteuro together we can make a difference nteuro let us get together and pray for the nation tongomirira kumirira ndekumirira chekumirira hapana ngomirira ndekumirira kumirira chekumirira hapana hapana chekumirira chekumirira hapana chekumirira hapana chekumirira hapana ngomirira ndekumirira kumirira
That's the sound of Kumiri Ra and the track entitled Inde Kumiri Ra. Yeah. And it's about the time we take some moment and relax and listen to what the lady who is the love of life, a mother, Ayurveda student, and all-round lovely person, Nickie, and her toolkit. And this week, Listen some more food for thought. Soul stimulation. Nickie's Toolkit.
Namaste and welcome to Nickie's Toolkit. Thank you for joining me in this energetic space where we share time, we share thoughts, we share ideas, we share tools on what's supportive for nourishing an abundant life and something that we all are entitled to and have access to. Today I want to talk about the importance of shedding. And it's not just shedding in its physical sense, it's shedding in the emotional, psychological, even spiritual sense. You know, we are in the season of spring where there is always new growth, new birth happening. There is transformation, there is, some might say, resurrection. And so for this process to happen, when we look at nature, it is always important for us to recognize that there's a time and a season for everything. And we are also living beings, and so this is also part of our growth process and how we continue to flourish and how we continue to live wholesome lives. And a lot of the times we find ourselves in angst. We find ourselves in despair, we find ourselves in dis-ease because we are often hanging on to things that we need to let go of. A lot of the times this is informed by fear. A lot of the times we want the certainty of knowing what it is that we have. Not understanding a lot of the times that when we hang on to something that we should be letting go of, we are also blocking something that is even more abundant and even more wonderful that is coming in our space. And sometimes that is something tangible for you to hold on physically, and sometimes it's a change in perspective that will lead you to that tangibility that is going to make such a big difference in life. And so we have entered spring, and so I think it is something that is very relevant for us to be reminded of, very relevant for us to continuously engage in, very important for us to actively participate in. So I want to invite everybody, just take some time and do an audit. You know, what is happening in your space with you personally, mind, body, and soul. You know, what are you hanging on to that is not serving you and really needs to go? What it could start with just the cleaning out of a closet. You know, life as we know it has shifted quite a bit with all that's going on the world stage and how it's unfolding. So some of us find that how we used to use our time is not necessarily the same way we're using it now. It is also important to make sure that we make time for the clearing out. You know, it's essential to make sure that we are not hoarding, not just on things, but also on our emotions and on our thoughts. To make sure that we are letting go. There are things that come to stay with us and things that are passing through. And we should not try to hang on to what should be passing through. It limits us. Its time is our growth. And it doesn't allow us to be able to blossom and bloom as we should when we are in the spring of our life. And that, like the seasons of nature, is a continuous process. So we don't get to somewhere and then we suddenly don't have rebirth and renewal. As long as we continue to be living beings, the possibility exists for change, and it's dynamic. We all know that from what's happening within our world. And the possibility exists always for transformation. It is the presence to be able to make sure that we're activating this. It is the gratitude for the ability to embrace new things. It is the willingness and the courage to embrace what is new that will activate this transformation that is so nourishing and so supportive for our lives. on a moment-by-moment basis, on a day-by-day basis, and for longer periods. And not only how it affects our lives, but also how it affects the lives of everybody else who we share time and space with. You know, if we look at nature, spring blossoms, whether it is the fragrance, whether it is the sight, always bring that fresh feeling of aliveness to everybody. And so it is the same for us, that when we are letting go of things that we shouldn't be hanging on to, we're also creating that fresh, alive feeling for every being that we share time and space with. First and foremost, most of all, with ourselves. And that is the catalyst always that nourishes and supports. I thank you for sharing time and space with me at the season of rebirth and regeneration. And I invite you to spend some time today, this moment, now, and check to see, are you hanging on to anything that you should be letting go of? Anything that is preventing you from blossoming and blooming? It could just be that you're looking at an opportunity lost and seeing it as a closed door and missing the open window. Change the lens, get a little bit more present, get a little bit more focused. Always remember the importance of gratitude in the process. We can always find something to be grateful for, and that platform always grows exponentially when we engage it. Thank you for sharing time and space with me, and I wish you an abundant, regenerative, restorative, and amazing day. Namaste.
So yeah, hope you enjoy that. And as I say, keep your eyes out, watch your space, because Tim will be coming with some more of his creativity, his musical talents, and pay attention to Anekywa Arts. Get in touch, see what she's got to offer, because I'm sure there's a lot more. And all around, very lovely person and a creative soul also. So I'm gonna close out with 2 tracks. I'm gonna close out with Randy Crawford, Give Me the Night, the Chill Mix, and Paul Hardcastle and Lazy Days. So as always, people, take the time to be kind to each other. Had to bring you the beautiful weather also. Wherever you are, just enjoy. And always listen without prejudice. That saying goes a very long way. Listen without prejudice. So until next week, take it easy. Enjoy the weekend. And sounds of Randy Crawford and then Paul Hardcastle.
Give me